Grant, the new season is upon us. How much is everyone looking forward to the campaign ahead?
Yeah, really looking forward to it now. We're only a day or two away, so we're all excited for the challenge. Like I said, it's important we go into it and be competitive in every game. So, we can't wait till Saturday.
The big difference this season to last season is the longer awaited return of fans. Around 1,500 Hull City supporters will be at Deepdale on Saturday. How big a boost will that be for the players?
Yeah, it'll be amazing. I mean, to have the fans back in the stadium is everything for every football club, and it's obviously hit clubs up and down the country the past 16 to 18 months in terms of the pandemic. But to have fans back in the stadium is going to be a real boost. Particularly having 1,500, maybe to 2,000 Hull fans at Preston will be amazing for us behind that goal. And it'll give us a real sense of urgency, and hopefully we can send them all home in good spirits.
The next biggest difference for us this season is we are now in the second tier. How much are you relishing the Championship challenge?
Yeah, it's going to be a big challenge. Of course it is. It's a tough league, but we're all looking forward to the challenge. We've assembled a good group of players, and a group that wants to work hard for each other and for the football club. And we'll go into every game, with a clear game plan of what we want to do and how we're going to go about it. And we'll just go in and enjoy it and embrace it. And that will be for every game that we play this season.
The obvious question is, what's a realistic target for this season?
Just to be competitive and ultra competitive in every game. We've obviously set targets for the players, and the way we break it down into 6 games phases and what we expect of each 6. So it's these targets will be kept in house, but we'll begin to be ultra competitive and to see how well we can do. It's not about just if we survive then we've done all right. It's I'm not about that. I'm not that type of person anyway, and I don't think I've got a group that's like that either. So. We want to do as well as we can. We want to make people be proud of us and see that they've got a team that's working very, very hard for the football club.
We enjoyed a terrific end to last season, going 14 matches unbeaten before that final game against Charlton. Do you feel we head into this season with momentum behind us?
Yeah, for sure. I think so. I mean, it's any sort of start to a season is important. Of course, it is, and we're no different. We want to have a good start. We understand we're coming up against a good Preston team again, who themselves run on a decent run at the back end of last season. But momentum's everything in football. Having that winning mentality that we've got in this group is going to be key for us all through this season. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be days when we feel a bit low, and there's, but we've got to galvanise each other and pick each other up, and we've got a change room that does that, and a staff that does that. So, every game's going to be a challenge. Every game's going to be difficult, but we'll go into it and approach it in a real positive frame of mind.
How confident are you that players who excelled in League One last season can make the step up to the Championship?
Well, that's we'll see, won't we? It's we've got a young group of players who are all looking forward to the challenge. This is some of them's first time, obviously sampling the Championship, but that togetherness within the group, and we've got a real togetherness here, and some really good up and coming young players who are all looking forward to embrace the challenge, as well as the older ones who will keep them on track when things aren't going so well. So it's going to be interesting, but I'm looking forward to it. 6
new signings so far. What will they add to the group?
Again, they've all been recruited in terms of their mentality, their character, first and foremost, and then their ability. Unfortunately, at the weekend, we're going to be missing Randell Williams, obviously, who's one of the new signings, and Randell will probably come back into the building next week at some point and maybe be okay for the home game against QPR. But it's great to add that, and obviously they've had time to bed into the group as well, which is pleasing. We've had a week away at Scotland, the early part of pre-season, and then they've been in and around us now for the last 4 or 5 weeks. So they feel very much part of it. They understand exactly what we expect and how we go about things. So I'm looking forward to all of them, showing what they're about when the season kicks off.
You say that Randell will be missing. How else are we looking in terms of availability?
We'll miss Randell, obviously COVID. We'll miss Sean McLaughlin with COVID. we're going to be missing Tommy Meyer with COVID. Obviously, Callum Elder is touch and go whether he makes it at the weekend. George Honeyman, obviously, as we know. But apart from that, everyone's good. Everyone's fine.
Malik Wilkes missed a couple of pre-season friendlies. Is he okay now?
Yeah, Malik's fine. Malik's in a good place now. It's pleasing it happened really in pre-season and not in the season. He wasn't missing any games, but we just played caution with Malik, given the fact that we didn't want to take any risks, and we didn't have to take any risks in any of the pre-season games. But Malik's done a lot of in-house games, a lot of in-house 11v11 stuff before that anyway, and he's had a good week, and again he's chomping at the bit for the weekend.
Every day on social media we have fans asking what's the latest with signings, Tom Huddleston. What can you tell us on those subjects?
Well, hopefully we'll have a bit of news later on today on a signing, if everything goes to plan. Obviously these things take time with both clubs, agreeing in certain elements of the deal. So hopefully we'll have a bit more news on that today. But yeah, I mean that's just where we are at this present time. And like I say, all the groups are looking forward to the game now.
Preston is the first test of the 2021-22 season. What kind of challenge will they pose?
Well, look, they're an established championship team now. Obviously, the change of manager with Alex Neil leaving and Frankie coming in. Obviously he's been there with Alec anyway. But different sort of style that he set out in terms of what Alec used to do. But it's a tough game. Preston away is always a tough game, regardless of when you go there, and even as a player, I remember going there, it's tough. But again, good individuals, good team, but we'll go there with a clear game plan in terms of what we want to do, and see if we can go and get the result.
And you touched on it earlier, but how important is it that we do start the season in good form?
Yeah, I mean, starting the season is always important. Starting the season well is always important. Obviously that first month is big, and you want to try and pick up as many points as you can. So we'll be no different, and hopefully we can achieve what we've set out to achieve, and that'll set us in good stead for the rest of it.